Another thing that you'll find Jimmy playing off of the bass line, the intro to Message to Love, the bass line is a fifth away from what Jimmy's playing. And the bass is... It's an interesting counterpoint. And those guys, they bounced off of each other in the studio. A lot of the stuff you hear on Hendrix records were lines that Billy Cox came up with, and he deserves a lot of credit for the writing during that whole Band of Gypsies period and the period beyond that. So that's an interesting aspect in his composition, is that they're playing, a fifth apart when they're doing certain lines. Also, you're going to find a lot of octaves, like in the main body of Message to Love, It's, you get the idea, the general drift. It's nice that I like this octave things that he does to get the notes. And then octaves and diads. It's a lot of fingers and using, I use my pinky, I don't know which fingers he was using really. Once again, that little country lick. Hendrix was a fan of a lot of music. He would watch virtually any guitar player play, no matter what anybody else would think about their abilities. He'd watch and he would absorb that person's style like a sponge. He could virtually learn from any guitar player that he'd watch, from the very basic guitars to the most brilliant, and he would incorporate that into his own style. He was very flexible about his styles. He never really wanted to stay within one particular style. And fortunately, I've got access to some recordings that nobody will get to hear. Most of the public will never get to hear. And it always amazes me how much he learned in such a short time, and how broad his knowledge, how broad that vocabulary